They told me all the damage that had been done. I really cried because I've lived here so long. It's been home so long. I've lived here since 1966. I did live alone, and now my sister lives with me, and we have never had anything like this.
And I was out here on the screen porch when the storm was actually happening, and when the eye went over, we heard the tree when it hit, and it sounded like a cannon going off, and we didn't know what had happened. And then we lost telephone connection for 12 hours, and so we didn't even know if
each other was alive.
And it was the scariest thing I've been through. I've never seen anything like it.
I had the corporate number of Foremost, so I called them. Then they set everything up.
So I had received an email. We had two of our triage adjusters that were going around. They had come by Linda's house, and they had sent me an email that said, "Bryan, we got a customer that we think might have a total loss. We're going to send you some photos, and we're going to have her go and visit you at the Foremost bus." And I think it might have been maybe a couple hours after that, and Linda showed up with her sister.
I know I had cried most of that day, and I think the first thing he did is he made us smile.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, I knew we were in good hands.
So once we reviewed the photos, we determined that due to the size of the tree that hit her house and the extensive damage that was caused, the home was no longer going to be livable, and it was going to be unrepairable. And so at that point, we looked into the policy and determined that we could pay her full policy limits. We were able to advance her via direct deposit, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We set it all up through her bank account.
2 days later.
2 days later. So within 2 days, she had all her money coming through.
We went from just crying and not knowing what was going to happen to I was in shock. I mean, good shock at that point. And I was so happy for you. I mean, you were there for me when I had a stroke, and they were there for you when this happened.
That's right.
So I know how that feels.
That night I slept well because I knew I was going to be taken care of.
Yeah, I did too, because I knew you were going to be okay. Everything was going to be okay.
So it was a really good response, and I appreciate him so much. It was one of them. Because I know people uptown now that have not gotten a response like this with other companies. I've heard about it. That they're still waiting for somebody to come. So I'm so blessed to have Foremost.
I love to help. I wanted a position within the company where I felt like I could be on the front lines and give back to the customers, and where I could really make a difference in people's lives. And whether it be a hurricane or a tornado or a flood or a fire, just to be able to see the look on my customers' faces when I first meet them, and then to see the look on their faces after I've assured them everything's going to be okay, and I've been able to help them out. To me, it feels like I'm giving them hope for the future when everything was taken away from them. Foremost gives me the opportunity and the tools necessary to restore that hope and let them know that everything's going to be okay.